Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hope that you were well. My service project was on the Wilhampton Library, and this is the front of the building. Okay. Well, I chose to volunteer at the Hampton Library. It's a community hub that provides valuable resources and services to the local population. The specific opportunity I selected involved assisting with the library's literacy programs, helping patrons, and organizing materials. My motivation for choosing this project stemmed from my passion for education and community service. Libraries have always been a place of learning and growth for me, so being able to contribute to this environment felt like a natural fit. This project resonated with me on a personal level because it aligned with my core values of service, education, and community engagement. I believe that literacy and access to knowledge are fundamental to personal and societal growth. By supporting the Hampton Library's efforts, I felt I was making a meaningful contribution to the community while also reinforcing my commitment to these values. This opportunity also allowed me to connect my interests in learning and leadership, making it a fulfilling and impactful experience. How I served the community. During my time at the Hampton Library, I took on various tasks that were essential to the library's operations and community programs. My primary responsibilities included organizing and cataloging books, assisting patrons with finding resources, and supporting the library's literacy programs, such as reading sessions for children and adults. I served a diverse group of individuals ranging from young children who attended storytime sessions to adults who sought assistance with research and literacy skills. Throughout my service, which spanned 4 weeks, I volunteered a total of 8 hours. On average, I interacted with around 30 to 50 patrons each week, contributing to the library's mission of providing access to information and fostering a love for reading. Through my day-to-day activities, I aim to make a tangible impact by creating a welcoming and a supportive environment for all visitors. My goal is to help enhance the library's ability to serve the community by promoting literacy and ensuring that everyone, regardless of age or background, felt valued and supported. This experience allowed me to see firsthand how small acts of service can contribute to the greater good, and it reinforced my belief in the importance of community involvement. When I reflected on Greenleaf Service Leadership Test, my service at the Hampton Library provided meaningful opportunities to address the critical questions he posed. One of Greenleaf's key inquiries is whether those served grow as persons, whether they became healthier, wiser, freer, or more autonomous through the service they received. During my time at the library, I observed several instances where patrons experienced personal growth. For example, there was a young boy who struggled with reading. Over the time I was there, I noticed his confidence improved as he participated in our reading sessions. By the end of my service, he was not only reading more fluently, but also eagerly picking out books on his own. This demonstrated a clear growth in his autonomy and wisdom. Additionally, I worked with an elderly woman who was learning how to use the internet to connect with her family. Initially, she was quite apprehensive, but with consistent guidance, she became more confident and capable. By the time I finished my service, she was navigating online platforms independently, which gave her a newfound sense of freedom and connection to her loved ones. These experiences illustrate that the individuals I served did indeed grow as persons. They became more autonomous and, in some cases, wiser and more confident in their abilities. This reflection reinforces the essence of servant leadership, ensuring that our actions not only meet immediate needs, but also contribute to the long-term well-being and development of those we serve. As we read this quote by Robert Greenleaf, leadership must first and foremost meet the needs of others. Good leaders must first become good servants. Servant leadership skills in action. During my service at the Hampton Library, I consciously applied several key servant leadership skills, including empathy, listening, stewardship, and a commitment to the growth of people. These skills were instrumental in fostering a supportive and productive environment. Empathy was a cornerstone of my interactions, particularly when assisting patrons with their needs. For instance, when working with individuals who were unfamiliar with technology, I made it a point to understand their frustrations and fears. By showing genuine concern and patience, I was able to create a comfortable space where they felt understood and supported. This empathetic approach encouraged patrons to continue learning without fear of judgment, ultimately leading to their personal growth and increased confidence. Listening was another critical skill I employed. Whether it was a child discussing their favorite books or an adult sharing their challenges with finding resources, I actively listened to understand their needs fully. This not only made the patrons feel valued, but also allowed me to provide more effective assistance. One example was when a frequent visitor expressed interest in a specific genre of book the library didn't have. By listening and relaying this feedback to the library staff, we were able to acquire the book to their collection, directly impacting the visitor's experience and satisfaction. Stewardship was evident in my dedication to maintaining the library's resources and ensuring that every visitor had access to the materials they needed. I took pride in organizing and preserving the library's collections, understanding that my efforts were part of a larger responsibility of the community. This commitment to stewardship inspired some of the younger children to take greater care in their tasks, fostering a sense of shared responsibility. Lastly, my commitment to the growth of people was evident in the encouragement and guidance I provided to patrons. Whether it was helping a child improve their reading skills or assisting an adult in learning new technologies, I focused on supporting their personal development. By doing so, I witnessed firsthand how these individuals became more autonomous and confident, which reinforced the positive impact that servant leadership can have on others. Through the application of these servant leadership skills, I was able to influence others in a way that not only met their immediate needs, but also contributed to their long-term growth and well-being. With that being said, there were learnings from my experience that I know I can grow upon. While my service at the Hampton Library allowed me to apply many servant leadership skills, I also identified areas where I need further development. Two key skills that stand out are delegation and patience in high-pressure situations. One situation where I recognized the need to improve my delegation skills was during a particularly busy day when multiple events were happening simultaneously at the library. I found myself taking on too much responsibility, trying to oversee every detail rather than trusting others to handle certain tasks. This not only led to personal stress, but also missed opportunities to empower other volunteers to take on leadership roles. Moving forward, I plan to work on trusting others more and delegating responsibilities effectively, ensuring that team members feel valued and capable of handling tasks independently. Another area for growth is maintaining patience during high-pressure situations. There were moments when I felt overwhelmed by the volume of work and the urgency of some patrons' needs. In these instances, I noticed my patience waver, which could have impacted the quality of my interactions. I realized that staying calm and composed, even when things are hectic, is crucial for effective leadership and for maintaining a positive environment for everyone involved. To improve in this area, I plan to practice stress management techniques and mindfulness, which will help me remain patient and composed in future leadership or service opportunities. By focusing on these areas, I aim to enhance my effectiveness as a servant leader, ensuring that I continue to grow and positively impact those that I serve. These were moments that were captured during my service time, okay? These were organizing a bookshelf and creating a welcoming space for the community. I was sorting through books at that point and making sure that everything was lined up correctly and in the right order. And this was story time with Miss Amanda. Children were engaged, they were eagerly listening, and they were interacting, and that fostered a love for reading and learning in a fun communal setting. In conclusion, this service project at the Hampton Library has been a profound learning experience that has deepened my understanding of servant leadership. Throughout my time volunteering, I witnessed firsthand the impact of key servant leadership principles like empathy, stewardship, and a commitment to the growth of others. These values not only helped me connect with the community, but also allowed me to contribute to their personal development and well-being. This experience has reinforced my belief in the power of servant leadership, leading by serving others with compassion, integrity, and selflessness. Moving forward, I am committed to continuing this journey, applying these principles in all areas of my life. By doing so, I hope to create environments where others can thrive, grow, and ultimately become leaders themselves. This project has truly shaped my perspective on leadership, reminding me that the greatest leaders are those who serve others wholeheartedly. And we'll finish with one further quote by Robert Greenleaf. A servant leader focuses primarily on the growth and well-being of people and the communities to which they belong. These are the references I used. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support and encouragement of me. Have a nice day.